Hello and good day to you, my beautiful friends. I do hope you're well. Welcome to episode 136 of Cross Button VR, our journey into the world of VR. And I am losing focus on this terrible, terrible camera. But who's in focus? Jammyhero.
Hello, it's me again. Pleasure to be here for probably like the fourth time now, maybe.
Don't know, you're always here. I'm like,
Don't
Jammy,
sound too excited.
Alex and Laurie won't come back to talk about a game. Can you do it? And he's like,
Yes.
yeah, if I fucking have to.
Yeah, you pay me in Greg's, so
yeah,
you know, it's all
yeah.
right.
He's like, pay me and I'll do it. So this is a sponsored video by Jammy. No, it doesn't work that way, does it? That's gonna get confusing. This isn't a sponsored video, but
It's not.
yeah, not that big. But there has been something really big in the world of VR and something everyone's been looking forward to for the longest of times. It feels like something that's finally come out, a myth, an urban legend. You know, it's Aces of Thunder.
Didn't think it was real for a time. Well, I did, but many people didn't think it was real for a time. I honest to God, I had so many comments over the last 3 years of it being announced where it was like, I've given up. It's not real.
Game.
Yeah, it's a fake game. It's not actually real. But here it is.
A real game. Yeah, it's very much
almost.
It's a weird one because I feel like they've constantly went, it's coming imminently, it's coming soon, it's coming this, and then
yeah.
But I mean, we saw the PC footage. I want to say last year, so we all
honestly,
knew
it was early last year, wasn't it? Yeah.
I want to say April or May last year. I feel like the first lot of footage went out.
And the first wave of it.
Everybody was pretty excited about that.
Yeah,
it was good. But how did it feel for you when you first saw the footage?
It was. I mean, we'd seen by that point. We'd seen little like snippets of the PS5 footage. We'd seen from the Twitter account of Aces. We saw, here's the game running at 90 hertz unreprojected, although you couldn't tell because it was 60 FPS in the video. But we'd seen those little bits. But having the main push of it come from Steam was like a little bit like, oh, okay, there could be something wrong with the PlayStation port. We know now that it's completely fine. Like it's a great port, but yeah, it was also another thing of like when you're trying to get ready to get in contact with people to do a video on the game as well. Like some people had luck with getting back from Gaijin. I didn't until like a week before launch, and that was like as we got closer and closer, I was like, fuck, this is not gonna go. I'm not gonna get access to it. And I've got to shout you out again for helping me on that front. But back then, I was like, well, people have got the game and I don't, so that's it. I'll give up. But no, it was exciting to see it.
It was very much. I think it was a very big panic because everyone knew how big this release was. And I mean, like on the content creator front, I mean, everyone was like, we need to cover this. This is like,
and it's the one, isn't it, for the start of the year? Yeah.
It's the way I worded it in the video on my channel as well. It's like, it feels like the second coming for VR in terms of a game. It's like, this is like, the VR has finally risen, and it's almost like that's got that kind of persona behind this game.
Yeah.
Which is an odd one. It's very odd because I think flying games are a niche, and now it's like a niche within a niche.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. And I even know creators that haven't heard back, still chasing now, and everyone's kind of like, I want to cover this. So I'm going to say, firstly, for providing us keys, very grateful, very grateful. It means we get to do things like this. We get to talk about the games, and it's never take it for granted. So very much appreciated.
It's super cool by them.
I want to go from my perspective firstly with the game, and then we'll jump to you, so you can just hear me natter for like 2 minutes, because I think my side coming into this as having no interest in Aces of Thunder whatsoever. Zero. I saw the trailers. I was like, yeah, it looks cool, but why? Why is everyone losing their minds? And I just never really understood the appeal to this type of game. Growing up playing any type of flying game when I was when I was young T. Sounds like a terrible rapper name. Young T.
Young T. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh wow. Anyways, yeah. So like playing any type of flying game, things like that, used to actually give me motion sickness when I was younger. And I kind of avoided flying games going from there, but then obviously GTA and things like that, and you flying around, eventually got used to just the movement on a normal screen. And I think I played one other flying game in VR before.
Which one was that, out of curiosity? Do you remember? Was it a while ago?
I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I don't even think it was like a full game. I think it was like a little tech thing, and it might
Like a
have been
demo
like
sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, it might have even been something that was actually built inside of a game, but it wasn't like. And I can't even remember that. It was. I want to say like the first. I want to say the first year I started playing VR, so it was probably back in 2018, something around that time. I might have tried, and instantly I was like, nope, I can't do that.
Motion sickness.
So my fear was that it would still be there, but obviously playing VR since 2018 to now, pretty much every single day. Thankfully, zero motion sickness in this game, and oh god, I am so grateful for that because
the crashing, it's the crashing in the planes.
I didn't think I was going to like this. I didn't. I'm going to jump straight in. I do. I like this game, but coming from a perspective of somebody that doesn't necessarily find these games intriguing whatsoever, I thought my perspective would be quite interesting, just simply because I think other people that look at this go, "Oh, it looks really nice. It looks like a nice, fancy game. Good graphics, good detail. A lot of attention to detail." Some people might be, World War buffs, and they really enjoy the kind of that side of stuff. But then they might not like flying games. They might just kind of like looking at these type of things. I'm so happy I gave it a spin, gave it a try because, I think it has given me some of the best moments in VR, and I still think about that crash.
Me too.
Crash. It's just that's kind of like burnt into my brain now. Like when I think of a moment in VR that's just kind of fucking insane. Like think of like Behemoth when you get on the second boss, that kind of thing.
Yes. Although the flying boss in Behemoth, right, is the second one.
That's the second one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like hanging on, and yeah.
It's a feeling you'll never have. Never in my life did I think I'd be in a Spitfire and get my wings taken off and just start spiraling out of control and about to plummet to my death. And like, it's just that feeling has not left me. Like that hype from that excitement has not went. It was absolutely insane, and I'm just kind of just absolutely blown away that a game, especially since playing VR since 2018, that I've not kind of had this type of feeling towards a game before, and I'm like, whoa, this is insane. So yeah, I think from my perspective, like not having zero interest in this, and then just kind of jumping in and being, wow, this is shot up there as one of the best experiences I've had in VR. I think that's really taken me by surprise because I didn't expect that at all. But I know you've been excited for this for a while. I know you've mentioned it quite a lot on your channel. I know you like simulator games. You love your GT7, which I've still not played yet, and I know everyone's
a crime
in the comments.
Hey, you've got to play GT7. It's the best game on PSVR2.
I would agree with that. I think it is, but also it's not for everybody. But I think it's similar for Aces, right? I mean, I've been excited for this since it got announced. I tried a bit of War Thunder back in the PS4 when that came out for free, and I didn't really like it, to be honest, just because it was like third person. The controls were really difficult. But as soon as Aces got announced, I was like, well, this is something that also has single player, like a lot of single player, and I'll definitely be down to get it. So there was one half of me was coming at this from like a flight sim enjoyer and a VR enjoyer. Because even way back on PSVR 1 with like Valkyrie and that really shit Call of Duty mission that was on PSVR 1.
Valkyrie, that rings a bell.
Yeah, it's like it's shut down now, but it was like a space combat game on PSVR 1.
That
Steam.
rings a bell. I think that might have been something I tried.
Yeah,
but
so
I owned it. I think I tried it. Somebody else. That one.
I did play a bit of that way back when. And I mean, as soon as we got to last year, the end of last year, and it was like Ace is imminent, probably next year. Well, definitely next year. We don't know when. And also Flight Sim. I was like, well, next year is looking amazing. Like, from a flight sim enjoyer and also from a history enjoyer, I've loved World War II and World War II planes. I'm not a massive buff by any means, but me and my dad used to go to RAF Cosford Museum all the time as a kid, and I just love looking at the planes from all theatres of war, really. And like you said, I never thought in my life I'd be able to be in VR sitting in a Spitfire or a Hurricane, any of the aircraft in the game, and actually having that level of like flight detail. It's not just a prop that you fly around. It reacts properly to what you do, whether you get shot, whether you bend the airframe, tear a wing off. We even tore our landing gear off while we were going too fast. It's details like
noise.
That. Yeah, you can overheat the engine. You can do all sorts. It's so complex. and exactly what I wanted. And I'm glad. It was such a gratifying experience the other day, hopping into a lobby for like an hour and a half and just fucking about with the game and seeing what it can do. And I felt like that was only really possible in multiplayer when we were both being like, okay, well, we'll shoot each other down. We'll try this. We'll try that. It was it was exactly what I hoped it would be and more. And I'm glad we've started off the year on a very, very strong note with a great game.
I mean, I think strong note, even just that word is an understatement. Like,
yeah, fucking massive note. Let's say that.
Everyone is going mad for this game. Everyone wants it. It's like, and people are probably thinking, I'm not really too bothered about Aces of Thunder. I'm sitting here playing Black Ops 7 still or whatever. But like, I mean, in terms of like a game that's just kind of been hyped or, just led on for 3 years to finally get its release, it's almost, usually most games, like when they're like, oh, we've delayed and delayed and delayed, you get to the point where it releases and people are like, I don't really care anymore. But still people, like, even though the ones that like, no, I'm not bothered anymore, I don't care, even they're coming out the woodwork like,
they come back,
yes, PSVR2 has been saved kind of thing. And just like, I finally see it. I finally see the excitement. And I'm going to be honest, like, I think playing this has kind of made me want to play GT7. Yes, I'm still going to wait for a nice little sale, or I might pick it up on disc or something like that.
Disc, I'd recommend. It goes quite cheap sometimes.
I'll look for
it's a similar experience though. Genuinely, it's like it definitely. There's not as much to play around with in GT in terms of cool features like Aces of Thunder has as a sim, like with your wings breaking off and stuff. But if you're into either one of the cultures, if you like planes at all, if you like cars at all, each game is like the apex of where it can be in VR. Really, it is nuts. And I think Aces are really filled in that gap. And I think we're going to get even more spoiled with Flight Simulator this year. Like the one thing I said while we were playing Aces was genuinely like, this is amazing, and I'm glad we've got this era of history I can dogfight in. But I cannot wait to explore anywhere on Earth, like places I've been to in real life, and see them again from the sky. Play. I mean, I'm less interested in the planes in Flight Sim, to be honest, than I am in the virtual world to explore.
I think that's me, because we did that quite a bit when we was playing Ace of Thunder. Like, we'd go over like just a load of buildings and be like, oh my god, and you was like recognizing locations, but clearly my geography is not up to scratch, because you're like, this is and I'm like, oh,
so this is Normandy, this is Berlin. It's like, it's ground.
It looks like green,
but it's super cool.
Going quite low down and going past the houses and above them, and just, mate, like
a bit of detail.
Yeah. I mean, like I said though, until you crash next to them, and then you kind of like,
you look at me like, yeah.
that looks like it's from like a Unity project from 2002. No, they're not that bad. It's
when they get thousands of them all over the map, I can give it a pass. It's all right.
Yeah, there's a lot of things, and I think that's one of the things. I don't know if that makes us bad reviewers, or if it makes us just people that kind of understand a bit more of how a game is kind of getting built these days. Like,
I don't think it's well, I'll just kick my camera out of enthusiasm then. I don't think it's very, I don't think it's really much to mention, to be honest. It's like, as you say, it's like a normal game development thing. And it's also, if you are, as we said in our gameplay session, if you've landed on the ground and you're staring at the trees around you for longer than a minute, you're doing it wrong.
You've not understood the concept of this game, clearly.
Exactly.
It was like a racing game on PC, and I remember playing. It was I don't remember what it was, but it was one of the more recent ones that came out. And I went into like photo mode and went out of the map, and I was just joking around, and I was like, "Oh, and this is why games aren't as great in 2025." I think it's when it was released, and you could see like it had like textures that weren't there, things were missing. There was black boxing and holes in the ground, all that kind of stuff. And I mean, Ace of Thunder isn't even like that.
No, there's not a single like seam or anything like that you can see.
It's very well developed, but you they've kind of concentrated on the things that need to be seen, and ones that you're not going to see as much. And from where you're going to be 80% of the time, everything looks fantastic.
Yeah, it really does.
I think the only criticism we really both had was like when you're both flying into the battlefield and you kind of see that little dot on your screen, which is.
Yeah,
it's like a burnt pixel.
It does look like it's exactly what I used in my review terminology for it. Was it's like a burnt or dead pixel is what the planes look like until they get into like closer render distance, which still is a really, really far away. Is when they properly render in as like a silhouette, and you can tell what type of plane it is. But when it's right on the horizon, it's like it's a burnt pixel, but it's a really big one. If that makes sense, it's like a blob. and that's like the nitpicky of nitpicks ever. But it's the only when a game is this good, it's all I can do to try and criticize it at all.
I did find that with us. I did find that with us. We were like playing it for an hour, and then afterwards, we're like, yeah.
What's bad about this?
That water down there from this position doesn't look that great. And you're like, no, I think it looks fine. You're like, no, I think he's right. I think it does look fine.
I think it does look okay.
And then you're like,
so hard.
So like really thinking like draw distance can be better. And you're like, yep, actually the draw distance will be finally. We found one thing wrong with it.
One thing, like what? Yeah, and even like one of the complaints we had about like there were no haptics for us in our sessions. But now apparently that's in the game, so fixed.
I'm definitely confused about the haptic side of stuff, and it's something I'm gonna wait until a full lobby is in and kind of jumping back in and playing it again because I want to play some more like that. Because while I didn't mind the single player at all, I absolutely loved our session, and I think having a whole group of friends is all like just shooting the shit out of each other in the sky, I think it's gonna be absolutely hilarious.
That'd be sick.
I think at that point I will, go back in and really it all, because I looked at the settings and things like that, but because I knew I didn't really have time for like a review type thing, mine was more of just it was very much a first impressions, and it's still very much a first impressions, because I feel like with this game it's one of them ones where I'm terrible at it. This is coming from a complete newcomer from a flight sim perspective or any type of flying game perspective. So for me, I feel like I've got such a big hurdle until I can really say to you that this is a really great flight sim game. I can tell you at the moment, like, I'm having a blast with it, and I think you should get up because it is a lot of fun. But I think if I wanted to go in depth, like, your review is like 27 minutes long, and I'm like,
I finished my recording.
How the fuck did you do that?
it was 41 minutes like uncut, and I was like, oh fucking hell, I've got myself some work cut out here, haven't I? But there's a lot in this game, like even just in the settings menus of what you can adjust. Like I was remapping a lot of controls that weren't doing exactly what I would like them to. Not that they were wrong, but just I wanted them a different way. And you can do all of that, or your inputs can be changed depending on what you're using, whether you're on DualSense or Sense controllers or the HOTAS. There's a lot, and that's not even getting into like the different mission setup parameters you can do in single player and the war stories and the normal single player missions. There's a lot. It really is a lot, but it's good. Like it's what, $30 price tag, I think, what we're hearing, and like you pay that and you get your 24 aircraft plus 5 more you can pay for the deluxe edition for, but 24 is fine. Honestly, they're all great, and that's so much to play with. Like it's such a no-brainer. For the start of the year, we usually don't get something this strong, and now we have.
But I mean, like in terms of haptics, I remember when I did my Gorn 2 review, and I always look back at this one because I did it and I was like, I'm not feeling any vibration controllers. Like people were like, no, it's there, it's really heavy, and I was like, so I like dialed everything up in the settings because I already had it like that, but I made sure it was all dialed up, and then I looked at it and I was like, I could feel like a little tick. That's about it. So I was like, maybe my sense controllers are broke. And I went and got out my spare sense controllers, connected those, tried again, nothing. And I'm like, am I just fucking losing it? Like, because I'm getting people saying to me, no, there's definitely adapted. Still to this day, I don't know what the hell anyone else is talking about, because I still haven't felt like a full-on vibration. No, like people was like, it's a very strong clang, and you got people like saying there's definitely head haptics and things like that, and I'm like, where?
Nothing.
Where?
It's exactly the same for Aces. Like it might be the case that we load up after a day one patch goes live and it's working, but it was the same with, what was the game that came out?
The store page definitely says it though. So let's
it does. Yeah. The store page is advertised.
Yeah. Adaptive triggers optional, vibration for central is optional, and there was also head haptics or head rumble as they call it, optional. So that's all on there. And I mean, you'd assume that's all turned on by default. But this is where I'm going to go in the settings. I'm going to go, oh, there's this really, really small thing
that little toggle
at the bottom that says vibrator mode, and you turn it on. But you was a bit worried about that because of the wording, and I think that's what we're gonna figure out. But yeah, people have said it's definitely got head haptics and it's definitely got that. But from our perspective,
nothing happened with us, did it? So.
Yeah, we were questioning each other for like a solid 10 minutes about that because we were really doubting each other. Like, you sure you didn't feel anything? And we were like, no, definitely. Like, did you check the settings? Like, yeah. I was like, I checked the settings as well. Like, we were really really, really doubting each other about that.
It's the same with Rush VR as well. When that came out, but we were in the pre-release for that, and we were all in the down. I think I was honestly like we peaked at like maybe 12 people in the lobby doing like the downhill wingsuiting.
Yeah, it was good fun.
And Brian was like, "Oh, the head haptics when the thunder goes off is really, really cool." And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I have absolutely nothing on,
and I could
on my
feel
end.
that.
Yeah. So, and then one day I booted up the game and it just worked. Like there'd been no patch, no nothing. It was working. So I don't know. I've got no answers. We
sometimes
reviewed
a soft
the game
reset is all you need. You know what I mean? Like it's a weird one because I'm not going to say other people are wrong. I'm not going to say other people are right, and I'm not going to basically defend our case here. But like I always say to people, I can only go on report on what I've played, and it's very much a status of that. And we did pretty much load it up and play for, I want to say, like a solid hour or two.
Yeah, it was like
2 hours.
Hour and 40, I think it was. And like, it was just a while. And even past that, I've loaded up the game multiple times before that and after that.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's not giving me the haptics anywhere, really. So
their day one then. Maybe some people that have said about it know that it's coming and they've, like, you know, that maybe kind of, this is going to be here. Maybe they have some press notes. I didn't get any press notes or.
No, it's just kind of, here's the key. Go away. Yeah. Have fun.
Here's the key. Here's your embargo. Now piss off. No,
fuck off.
I'm saying that. And I'm pretty sure like the people that sent us the key are going to watch this. But no, that's more of a jovial way. You did fantastic.
Yeah, they're a lot kinder than that. They're very professional.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's a home professional. There's no fault with it, and you know they even used my name, which is a very hit and miss thing. Sometimes you'll get like just a thing come through as just a blanket of a key, and then it'll be nothing else. But no, it's very, very well done, very professional.
It was,
but yeah, it was very much a here's your key, no notes, no asset files, which is few and far between. I feel like some devs do and some don't. So
some do, some don't. It's a bit of it's hit or miss, and like most of the stuff. Obviously, the asset bundles, they have some stuff that you can't get online, but a lot of the stuff for races, we've got so many images now, and so it's like logos, we could get everything. But yeah, it was a
failing that. What you can do is just load up Jammy's video, just screenshot a good bit. Make sure you cut that little blue bit that he's got on there. If it'd be like gameplay or whatever it is.
Yeah, and then
crop that out, enlarge it, whack it on yours, and bosh, that's it. You've got a really professional thumbnail sorted, and he can't claim that. That's yours.
And then I'll find your address and I'll send my own little Spitfire to come and. I can't bomb a viewer, can I? I can't say that. That's not. Right,
that's not nice. Where are you going with this? Now you're remembering why you don't do these that much.
My lawyers advised me I can't speak.
Yeah.
So.
But no, I'm absolutely loving this game. I can't wait to go back in. I'm hyped more so. It's weird because like I want to keep playing it, but at the same point I'm like, I want to experience a full multiplayer match, and that's what I'm waiting for now. So I'm ready to load up tomorrow. Unless somebody messages me tonight and goes, "Hey, dude, we've got a lobby going of 8 people. Do you want to join?" And I'll be like, "Do I?"
Yeah,
you know. And I say tonight, but I don't know when this is going out. This could go out in like 7 weeks' time with how my schedule's being these days. But yeah, I'm hyped for what the future holds this game. I'm hoping they add more maps and things like that as well. Because while I think that's my only probably criticism at first. I feel like maybe 2 or 3 of the maps we played, water. Like down below,
they were especially the Japanese theaters of war stuff is very much islands, and there's like that's the thing. There were like 10 operations in multiplayer that we could do, and those are the ones that they require more people, so they were ending early for us.
Okay. And then they were.
Yeah, and then so those 10 I think are all on different maps, but the 4 PvP ones, like the 1v1s we did, there are only 4 maps for that mode, so maybe some more in the future. I'd love to see some more aircraft, obviously, as well. There's a lot in the game, but somebody today was talking about maybe having like a Cold War expansion or something and getting more modern fighters and stuff, and like that's very on brand for Gaijin and War Thunder, but I don't know how much budget they will have allocated to this game to expand on it further. But imagine that would be quite cool.
It depends on sales, don't it? I mean, if it gets a lot of sales, if it's at a $30 price tag, they could make quite a big amount. You know, we'll see. Find out. I think in terms of like when we see the download charts and all that kind of stuff.
This is going to be. I think it's going to be top for February. To be honest, I think this is going to be.
I am. Both. We said this ourselves. I'm terrified to play multiplayer because I think we're just going to get absolutely shat on by
we're going to get destroyed.
The flat screener War Thunder pros that have been playing these games for years, and there's me just like, please don't shoot me. I just want to fly. I will say though, like in your multiplayer video, did you capture me at least flipping my plane over?
I did. I've got that. I there's about like I want to say it's like 9 minutes long multiplayer video as of recording. We'll be going out tomorrow, but it'll be out probably I don't know for an amount of time before this. But there is a bit where we're taking off from the runway, and I just see it. I flipped over my plane behind me, and I look behind, and I see it like clear as day, fucking landing gear up, like just awful.
So
and they did it again.
that's not even the worst of it. When I went to play solo, fucking flipped it again. I kept flipping.
I don't know how you do this.
It's weird. It's weird because I took off perfectly the first time we did it. I was like, yep.
Yeah, you did.
And
I've got that clip as well of us just going up nicely, and then the times after, it's a fucking disaster.
I think it's a fucking disaster. I think I was just holding down like the up thing, like ways, and so as soon as it went up a little bit, it just straight away. But that was hilarious. Like it was just again just stupid moments in VR that are just 10 times better than you would expect if you were playing it in non-VR. If I just flipped it in non-VR, I'd be like, this is fucking annoying. Whereas in VR, like I'm completely upside down, turtling in a fucking airplane. I'm like, Jammy, you're gonna have to go off on your own. I'm
you have to fight the war yourself because half our fucking squadron's upside down. Terrible.
But no, I think from like even like a couple of hours, probably like 2-3 hours in this game, I'm gonna say it's something like if you've been, and I think it's best way, if you've had any ounce of interest in this game, pick it up. Like even if it was like, I think that looks good, you know, and that's definitely something I'd like to jump into. Just go pick it up. Don't even dive into every. I mean, you can dive into every single review, you know. But my point is like, actually, no. Please dive into every single review. We need the views.
Yeah, go and
starving
watch it
YouTubers
5 times. Yeah,
yes.
Watch it. Put it on loop.
Loop. Put your video on loop, mate. They'll start at 10 a.m. Start at 10 a.m. and then by the time they get 8 p.m. at night, they would have watched it 3 times. But no, like genuinely, I mean, I'm blown away. I am sincerely blown away with this. I didn't expect to get this kind of impression from it. I really thought I was going to be the only person in the VR space to go, Jammy, do you like Ace of Fun? And you'd be like, yeah, this is great. And I'd be like, oh, I'm going to go ask somebody else. Yeah. I genuinely thought I'd be saying to everyone, it's shit. This isn't for me. It's the worst game I played. It doesn't work. It's dumb. And that isn't from a perspective of like, I think they're bad developers or anything like that, because I don't think that's the case. I think they're very skilled. I thought it was just very much going to be a point of me just not getting it. And I do also think if I just jumped in first solo and didn't jump into multiplayer view, I think that would have been my initial reaction. Yeah. I think playing it in multiplayer view first has kind of made me go, this is awesome. I'm loving this. Now I want to try the other stuff.
Now you want to go into,
like,
yeah.
And then
it did help, I
was like, this is equally as cool. Like, because I think I loaded up one of the missions and I had like loads of planes on the other side.
Yeah.
They're all shooting at me and I'm shooting at them. And I've got some people on my side of the field. And I'm like, and that's what I kind of said, like, even if you're not a multiplayer person, you're going to get moments in this game that I think are still exciting.
There's a lot going on. Yeah. It feels like, even if you don't like fighting against other players, the battles in the single player missions, the War Tales and the other ones are fantastic. Like there's I don't think it's a War Tale, I think it's one of the single player missions. It's like a bombing run on an airfield or a train yard. There's 2 of them. One of them's a War Tale, one of them's a normal single player one. And it's just like you've got a tail gunner that's an AI like person shooting at planes behind you, and there's loads of fighters coming in. You're going in with the rest of the bomber crew that are following you, and you release your bombs and you fly away. It's so cool. Like it feels scripted when it's not, which is like the biggest compliment I can give it. It feels like it's almost a cutscene is what you're playing. It's unreal.
And there was one thing we said as well, and I think this is more of a luxury. It's a luxury request, but damn, I'd love big haptics in this game. Like,
yes,
genuinely.
Yes.
Like we were saying this the other night, and we were like, it would be so cool just feeling the vibration of your plane. You know, when you get hit, you still feel those vibrations type of things as well. And I think that would be really cool. But again, I know a lot of people will be like, "What's the point? Big haptics."
Yeah, yeah. It's small. It's a niche of a niche of a niche, really. But it'd be so cool.
It's such a luxury product, but I think at the same point, I think for something like this is where like. Imagine you're doing that. You got your hot ass or hoters, as people like to call them, but it's hot ass. Mate, it's every time someone says, I'm like, yeah, it's hot as.
You got your hot as.
So, you got those set up. You got your B haptics on, and you're just feeling all this thing, and it's just full on immersion. Like to me, that just sounds absolutely insane. Like, and I'm still a firm believer that B haptics is like one of the future products of VR. Like to really kind of.
It is. It doesn't. It feels. It's crazy. Like even with the audio to haptic stuff that I've done on a Gran Turismo, like you feel the rumble. You could do. Yeah, you could do it on Aces. To be fair, like it would definitely work. because it would kick up with the gunshots and it would have the low rumble of the propeller and everything. So it would work, but like having the detailed stuff where even if it's not one-to-one to what you'd feel in real life, like even if your plane gets hit from the side and it does hit you on the side, like it would still give you that impression. And yeah, I think the haptics is one of the ways forward. It's just it's nuts. It's such cool stuff.
Yeah, I think for me, like that'd be another thing. I think I might try it with the actual audio haptic next time I play it. But
yeah, definitely give it a go. I'm
loving this game. I think you probably helped me like it even more. Just that like that moment you crashed into me. That I'm gonna be like an old man one day. But did I tell you boys the time I got crashed into by a Spitfire? I don't know why I've got an American accent then. I don't know why it's changed. My voice has changed.
It's changed. But I'm glad you did like it because it was like, yeah, it was one of the ones where it could have gone either way, and I'm glad it went this way because it's that hour and a half session was just so good.
It went.
And I wish I could say that was on purpose that I crashed into you, but it wasn't. It was not.
There was 2 times, wasn't it? Because there's one where you kind of like ran out of ammo and you just vaulted straight into
that one was on purpose, and then there's one time after that
you
which
shot
wasn't.
my wing off, and I was like, I've gone down, and you actually
like
you didn't think you did. Your propeller started going. That's the one I've actually put in my video. Where it's both perspectives, which comes out quite nicely. And I think that's a good way. Like everybody knows Crossbutton by now. Don't really include gameplay footage. The whole point of this is for you to try and see whether a game is you just by our voices alone, our very monotone and boring voices. Sorry, Jammy,
very British voices.
That club now. Yeah. But I will be putting a link down below to Jammy's full review because I think if you want an in-depth review, that's really going to kind of make you go, what? That's one to go to just to kind of get a bit of an understanding. And you go into a lot of detail of it. And then if you're somebody that just wants something, just a little bit, I want to see some gameplay with just what the graphics like, things like that, just first impressions, then hop on over to mine and you'll see that too. It's, again, they're both very different in terms of what information you get, but I think at the end of it, the outcome is still going to be the same.
Yeah, we both loved it.
The outcome's going to be the same. You're going to go and steal your parents' credit card and you're going to order this game. No, you're not, because PSVR2 is full of adults, remember. There's no children playing it, according to communities.
Yeah.
Anywho, but yeah, I mean, I don't want to ramble on forever. That's not the purpose. This is literally just a focus episode on Ace of Thunder. And I think you should pick it up. It's great. It's a blast. And yeah, if you do see me in the air, in the sky, please go easy on me because I probably won't rotate my plane round if you start shooting at me. You probably will just get the win. But lastly, I think you mentioned it in your video, trophies. There is platinum.
Yes.
They're quite grindy in a sense, the trophies. So it's very much get 100 kills with a US aircraft, UK aircraft, that kind of stuff, all the different countries' aircraft. Then you've got win multiplayer matches. There's one where you've got to win. I think you've got to get 5 kills without going down as well.
Or get an ace.
It just sounds fucking.
It'll be hard, that. Yeah.
Firewall, I could have done that. I'm like,
maybe not.
So, I just keep hovering around the spawn point for Jammy to spawn so I can get the trophy.
Yeah, fuck off.
But yeah, there is a whole list of trophies. I think it's 35 trophies. I think that's 35 or 45. I'm going to say 35.
So a fair bit to get through,
Yeah, there's a lot of this game. There's a lot of grit to this game. And I think very much by their other title, War Thunder, I think it's very much a game that people are going to be playing for a while. And with the crossplay between PC, PSVR2, that's both flat screen and VR.
Yeah.
It's not going to die. You can pick this up and you can play it and you can stop playing it for 2-3 days and you can come back to it and you're still going to see people on it and possibly not the same people. Whereas some other games in the VR space we're all too familiar with. You jump into a lobby and you're like, oh, dude, I played this game with you 3 days ago. You're still here. You haven't played anything else. And like, no, man, that's all I do all day. And like, okay, cool. I'm going to leave now. This seems like a safe space.
Yeah, that's a familiar sight.
Yeah, that sounds like Firewall, actually. That reminds me of Firewall. I used to talk
the
same person every single time. But I don't want to ramble on. I feel like Jam, you should say some more if you want any more to say about it. But again, I feel like we've said it all.
Yeah, honestly, there's not too much else to say other than if you have, again, as you said, any interest in this game. If you like World War II, you like planes, you like flight sims, you like being really motion sick, you crash towards the earth, buy this game. Buy it. It's just It's so much fun. From somebody who was really looking forward to it and somebody who really like wasn't that much, we both, especially multiplayer, had a blast. So yeah. Recommend it. That's pretty much. That's all I gotta say.
The best thing you can do is when you load up the game, just do a barrel roll.
Yeah, do it.
But don't do it too many times. Your plane will crash.
Yeah, I've got that footage as well.
But yeah, anyways, thank you everyone for dropping in. I know the episodes have been very kind of sporadic, all over the place, here, there, everywhere. I'll have some news to kind of cover on that kind of stuff soon. And yeah, take it easy. And we'll
Thank
see
you
soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.